Good morning. So, I'm reading this book about loving someone with suicidal thoughts. And I thought, I never post personal things about Evelyn because it's her life. But I want to talk about the impact of her suicide ideation that's having on me and the rest of the family. So she's sinking low, and we have her on meds. We have a med change, and now it's just waiting. And we've never been down this road like this before. And I'll tell you, it's destroying me because I want to keep constant supervision, and I think you're supposed to. And there was a moment where we were supposed to take her into the have her inpatient admitted. I don't even know how to say it because I've never been down this road before. But after a while, she started getting better. And so then I was so thankful. But what that does is it puts a lot of pressure on us to make sure she stays safe. And it's an all-consuming kind of issue, because even though she's the one going through it, I can't control her, but I can watch her. But that doesn't mean I can control her. And I get so nervous. Is this going to be the time that we have to have her admitted? Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Or what if I leave her so I can go take a shower? Is she going to do something? And we have everything locked up. We've done everything that we can think of. But then I'll see something that was left out and I'll be like, oh my God, it could have been even worse. And so all of that is going through my brain 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Took 3 days off of school, even though I'm not sick, because nobody can watch her like I can. And I can talk to her in a way that her dad can't. And so I thought I wouldn't be able to focus if I stayed at school. And he would just check on her, but he wouldn't be with her all the time. And so it puts a lot of pressure on me. And what it does is it completely connects our two lives together. And it's hard to have a separation, to have my own life and my own thoughts when you're that close. And so I was reading in the book this morning, Loving Someone with Suicidal Thoughts. And I recommend it for every single person because it finally talks about the things that nobody ever talks about. And the one thing is, I can't control her. I never have been able to. I can't control whether she commits suicide or whether she gets better. I can't control it. I can limit her chances. I can give her a safe and healthy environment, but I'll never be able to completely control when if something were to happen. And that has been the thing that has been driving me crazy. And it's funny because this brings me back to all the trauma, to all the abuse, because it happened 2 years ago. It started right around now. And so I'm thinking a lot about the monsters, and the thoughts are coming in my mind. And I haven't thought about them in so long, but I think watching the impact, long-term impact of sexual abuse and grooming on a child, because it's one of the biggest things that sexual assault victims deal with is depression. And so, you can heal their wounds and you can make them all better on the outside, but it's really going to be a long journey for the healing to take place on the inside. And the hardest part is I'm not in the driver's seat. I'm not in control. And I want so much to control this situation so that I can keep her safe. But I think that's what's driving me absolutely bonkers. And I will tell you, I haven't been the nicest mom to my other daughter because I spend all of my heart, all of me pouring into one child, and then there's this other one who's just acting like a normal kid, and I'm losing my patience, and I'm going, and I feel so bad for her because she's just an innocent victim. And I try so hard, and I keep reminding myself that we're going to get through this, and I also remind her that I'm trying really hard and that she's not doing anything wrong. This is just really hard on me, and that I love her, and that I'm sorry for being short or losing my temper and things like that. So it has definitely had a powerful impact on our family. And I'm going to do a milestone here. Usually I do victorious ones because those are good to hold on to. But what about the times when life is hard and there isn't a note of hope? But you know what? There's always a note of hope, because what the book said was you could dwell on the fact that at any time your child could kill themselves, or you could look at it the other way, because that's a negative thought. They could get better. They could live a healthy, happy life. They could live a wonderful life. Well, they're both chances. Why am I focusing on the one that only brings me and spirals me into some psychotic, I don't know, depression or whatever, when I'm going to choose hope? Because, well, fear doesn't come from God. He gives us a spirit of love, power, and a sound mind. And so when I'm afraid and I'm spiraling into this what if, well, that's not godly. It's not helping. It's not building anyone up. It's just pulling me way, way down into like a dark and muddy pit that I can't get out of. And you know, as a mom, all I want is to save my kid. I want to protect her. I would much rather go through this on my own than have her go through it. But that's not the path that we're on. And each day that we have the med change, so it's been, I think this is day 9. See how I'm counting? Maybe it's day 10. And I'm just praying that today is the day where we start seeing the horizon again, seeing the sunrise again. And now I'm at the point where when do we soften the safety plan? Because I don't want this to happen again, where she finds a razor and slices and dices all over herself. And I know that self-harm is not committing suicide, but it also can get to the point where you want to slit your wrists, to bleed out. So when is it okay to say, you know what? I don't need to watch you 24/7. I can watch you, like you can close the door when you take a shower and you can sleep in your own bed and things like that. I don't know. This pressure that's on me is just consuming me. And so I have to choose hope. I have to choose to hold on to the good things, because the what ifs can destroy me, and they will destroy me. And so during this time, I'm going to be thankful that I get one more day with her, and that I get to be around her. And it is a true blessing every single day. And so what I'm going to do is stop planning for the future and just take things day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour, and just go like that. I hope that by sharing, that you'll know that you're not alone, and that this is difficult, but it's not unheard of. Because when we shared with a few people at church, we got so much, not attention, but people reaching out. And I was like, dude, how come we couldn't have gotten this when we disclosed about the sexual assault? Nobody wanted to talk to us then. But here, people are just reaching out, but they know what this is like. They know how hard it is. And so my encouragement by sharing a personal struggle with suicide ideation, is that it breaks down some of the barriers, and the communication could open up so that people could recognize that there's all sorts of reasons why maybe somebody's not smiling, or maybe why somebody's just looking a little sad. And we just don't know until we ask. But I'm very open and honest about it. And it shocks people because nobody ever talks about it. But it's not a shameful thing. It's something that a lot of people go through. And so my encouragement to you is share, talk, communicate, and open up so that this isn't something that isolates you even more. Okay.